The National Wildlife Refuge System was started in 1903 by President Teddy Roosevelt. Since then, the system has expanded to over 560 refuges and other areas across the country, totaling over 100 million acres. We're here at one of those refuges, just south of Winona, Minnesota, near Trempealeau, Wisconsin. We talked to the manager of the refuge, Vicki Hirschbeck, about the creation of the refuge and what makes it a special place.
Well, Trempealeau National Wildlife Refuge right now is at 6,426 acres. It runs from Perot State Park on our west side almost all the way right to the Winona Bridge on the east side. First piece of land was purchased in 1936, and it was just an 800-acre piece of prairie. And originally they intended it to be a headquarters, biological research station, and they hoped to get the rest of the wetlands purchased, and were never able to until the late 70s when they concocted a trade with Dairyland Power, who needed some other refuge land upriver to build a railroad turnaround for their power plant. One of the qualities of this particular refuge, I think, is that it is so diverse. We have really nice wetlands, which kind of simulate backwaters of the Mississippi. What would have been here without the locks and dams to some extent. And then we also have bottomland forests, deciduous kind of forested lands, but also a big chunk of prairie. What used to be on a lot of the area around here for hundreds of square miles was called the Trempealeau Prairie. A big prairie burned a lot by the native peoples before European settlement. And we have the last big chunk of that, about 800 acres left. And we work very hard to keep that in prairie. So yeah, you do have kind of a little conglomerate of habitats that, but while they're not pristine, they kind of simulate what would have been here. One of the best things about Trempealeau Refuge is that it's accessible. The Mississippi River is called mighty for a reason, and it's difficult sometimes to access it or to get places where you can be in nature.
To learn more about volunteer opportunities at the refuge, as well as how the refuge fits into the National Wildlife Refuge System, visit our blog and podcast at uperouthouse.com.